Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and today we're back in Castle Flipper. This will be episode 36, wow. Doesn't feel like we've done that many episodes. We now have a population of 20 in our town and we've got a decent amount of money in the coffers, and I was talking about potentially beginning our castle. But I'm imagining that's going to be quite a large build and cost us quite a lot of money. So what I think it might be better to do is build a few more rentable houses in the next couple of episodes before we move on to the castle, so that we've got a steady income from our rented houses to be able to keep working on the castle until it's fully completed. And then once we've built the castle, then we can have a look at what space we've got left and think about what else we might want to have in a medieval town. So we'll send off, if there's... oh no, there's not enough to bother sending off. I was just going to say we'll send Horsey off to make some more money, but there's not enough stuff to do. I must have checked the rent and stuff on the end of the last episode. Right, so we've got a few small houses, look, and we've got some big houses with all of our royal workers in. And I'm thinking down here, look, we've got absolutely huge amount of space. Thinking maybe we build our castle as the next thing we build here. And then behind this, like, this is the house that we decided would be for, like, royal visitors. So that would be next to where the castle itself is. But behind here, look, we've got more space over in this, like, corner. I was thinking maybe in this section over here, we can build us a few more rental houses. So I was thinking if we build 3 of these 2x2s, so they're the four area houses, and then some of the 2x3s, so they're 6 area houses, so the small and the medium. That will give us a few more tenants. At least we could get maybe 6 or 7 more tenants in. Because the majority of for houses that have an area of 4 or 6, you do occasionally get people that want something a little bit bigger, but most of them want 4 or 6 area houses. So if we extend like the paths around the area and then just build a few houses in, see if we can get them all rented out. It's just that little bit more steady income coming in. Right, we don't want to go too far across here, we want the path to join up. Oh, whoops, we messed up there, Kitty, we missed one completely. Let's take that one out and then let's go and check where the path comes across in this space. Oh, there it is. So if we extend out from here, this is that double wide one here. We go this way and then we can see if we can make them join up. I do seem to have some difficulty getting a lot of the paths to join up. Unless you wait until you've got the entirety of your space opened up before you build anything, I think you're always going to have a little bit of a problem getting your roads to match. Yeah, I don't think they're in line, are they? If we put... or is it? Oh yeah, that actually is in line. Well, close. A little tiny bit out of line. I'm not quite sure why. I think it's close enough for me to not worry about it though. Because the little not quite match up there is so small it's not worth thinking about. And then maybe we should build a square around that house there as well. That's one of the royal guys, isn't it? Is that the royal... is that the guy that does the houses for us to flip? The land guy. I think that belongs to the land guy, that house there. And then that one right in front of us here is the one that we decided would be for visitors to the royal family in our castle. That would be like the guest house. But can this join up? No, I don't think it does. It's not in line, is it? We can't put one that way, and if we use the little square one, that won't match. But what we could do is put the little square one on the end of this path. Yeah, we can't force that to join up. So if we put this on the end of here, then we can use those little light slab things just to fill in that tiny gap. We'll do that anywhere things don't match. It's close enough. I mean, we are supposed to be like a medieval place, aren't we? So if we put 2, we can kind of path over the entire junction. Come on, go blue. Go blue. See, I did see blue, look. But it was on such a tiny spot. Oh, this is going to be fiddly. Maybe they should be slightly closer together. Oh yeah, though we did see a blue. We've got to catch it on the blue and click it. We know there is a blue spot, so it's just a matter of moving it around and keep clicking until it accepts it. Yes, we got it. Beautiful. Right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Right, so we've got a bit of a grid laid out for us here. So I think we'll leave this entirety of this area around here open. Maybe later on we might occasionally add a few flowers or something. Maybe we'll build him a path. Do like the stepping stone path, so then it doesn't have to worry about meeting up with anything. Let's just go left, right, till we get to the stairs. One more, I think. And if we put two side by side, then shall we come back and double it up? I think we will. I think that's going to work quite... That's going to look nice, I think, and it's going to look a bit rustic as well, because we didn't deliberately try to make it very straight. We've made it a little bit wobbly and windy, like a country path. I like that. That's quite pretty. Do you know, I like that. Well, we might go back and do that for some of the other houses and things later on, but I think for the moment we'll work on this square in the centre here. I think we've got 4 and 6 houses back to back in that last square. So if we do something similar in this one, see if we can fit like 3 houses across. So they want to be 2 by 2 to form that little 4 square. And then the ones behind, which might be the next episode, we'll try and make those 2 by 3. And then we'll try and get all of these rented out. And then at the gaps on the side over here, maybe in that dint in the wall, maybe we can add a slightly bigger house if we need one for a person that wants like a bigger than a 6 floor house, 6 square floor house. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? A house that's bigger than the 6 area. We can maybe add one on in there, because they only ever give us 3 potential renters. So if we ever get ones that don't fit the houses that we've got, we'll have to try and figure out how to move them around a bit. Right, so we put doors on all the fronts, then we're going to try and put windows in like every other one, but we don't really want them overlooking because these houses are very close together. There's very little gap between them, so we don't really want windows between the houses, so they've got to kind of be on the outside walls. No, I don't want a roof yet. Oh, fill in all the gaps with the full walls. I'm trying to build them all at once and do it all quite quickly, because you've seen me build some of these before in the earlier episodes. I just want to increase my time, and I'd like you to see what I'm doing with them, and I'm trying to be very efficient about it to show that it can be done quite quickly. So I'm hoping that I don't make too many mistakes. I have accidentally before altered the walls in the wrong houses, and we've had to go back and adjust them to be right before. I know you've seen me do that, so I'm hoping we don't need to do that. I also want to have slightly different roofs, so we're going for the very high pitch roof on this one, and I think we might do the same on the opposite end one, and then the one in the middle I think we'll go for the shallower roof, so that there is a little bit of variation. And I think for these 3 houses I think we'll do one in wood and the other 2 in different stones. Right, so we move to the shallower pitch roof for this one. We have to turn it round to make sure it's in the right orientation though, because I want the roofs to go that way round, side by side, so that you've got the triangle showing at the fronts of all the houses. Right, so let's start. We'll do rock on this one. We're not going to swap the types of materials. We're going to use the what kind of looks like the, in quotes, cheaper material bit for these smaller houses. Right, so this one we'll do this one a rock again, but a different one. So maybe is it smooth rock? Yeah, smooth rock. We're not going to use the pristine rock on these because that's a more expensive building material. We'll save that for one of the houses that's 2 by 3, so a 6 area in total, so that it looks like the bigger houses are a little bit more expensive. See, it's all about aspiration and desire, isn't it? So I think this one should be wood then, but I don't want it all to be that like pale worn wood. I want it to look like a new one. Oh, that's the wrong one. So the standard wood is the darker on the wall section, so we'll use that for the walls. and then we use the aged wood for the floor, because that looks like it's not worn, and the ceiling, because then again it looks like it's not worn, you see. So that looks like new wood on the whole of the house. And now it's really, really dark because we don't have any lighting. But what we'll do is we'll put the doors and windows in next, and then we'll add lighting so we can see what we're doing again. So for the wood house, we'll use the wood door, but we won't scrimp and go on the really, really cheap wood. We'll go for the one that's got like the metal reinforcements on it. We care about our tenancy, and we try to keep your rents cheaper by being cheaper in quotes with the materials, but we will look after you properly regardless of what type of house and how much you can afford. Then we'll use the crisscrossy iron framed door on this one. And because I'm not using the really cheap plain wood doors and shutters, that means that we're going to have to use something that's like a little bit more towards the higher end door on this one. Which one shall we do? Yeah, I really don't want to use the cheap wood doors. We'll use the... maybe I should have used the iron crissy-crossy ones on the two end ones and the wood on the middle one, but the wood door on the wood house just made much more sense. So we'll use the one with a little bit of like silvery effect on the shutters and doors. So you've got a slightly more expensive door on this one. Maybe we just had them left over from building something else. Right, so we will use the little candlestick thingies on the walls. If we put one on all of the junctions around, so we have 4 in total, that should give us enough light to be able to see what we're doing again. I feel like I'm talking a lot and talking very, very quickly today, because you can do things in the game a lot faster than you can actually say what you're doing, so... There we go. Right, E to light each of the candles, and now I can see again. And you're not staring into pitch black on your screens, because you can see again. See, they're very simple little houses, but they're adequate, aren't they? Right, so we will need... Right, minimum things I think we should have in each of them is a bed, some sort of closet, some sort of cooking facility, a table, and somewhere to sit. I think we need that basically in most houses, and that also meets most of the requirements for the tenants that go for these smaller houses. When you get to the 6 houses, there tends to be a little bit more variation, with some people wanting basins and things, but these little ones are pretty simple. A bed, a dresser of some sort, somewhere to sit. But I always feel like you need somewhere for a little cooking thing, so we do like a little kitchen-y thing. So if we go for this shelving and we use one of these like kitchen-y things and put it in the little space right next to the door, I think that's kind of your basic kitchen that I'm going to put in every single house, because I think it's a nice thing to have. And then a table and 2 chairs, and maybe we fit one of those small light sofas in these houses too, and I think that should meet most people's requirements. So we could maybe squeeze it in here, but that just feels a bit cramped, doesn't it? Yeah, I think it's better to put it over here. And then we can put some sort of chair. Don't really want to use that. There's only one like dining chair that's got the little crown on it for the higher quality. I kind of want to use some of the different dining chairs. I think we can get away with that in these little houses, but you probably can't in the bigger ones, because they quite often do ask for specific higher category things for the slightly bigger houses. But those are really nice chairs anyway, these. So we'll use this one in here. Actually, I think the table's the wrong way around now. I want to turn that around. That's better. And then, can we squeeze in one of those little sofas over here? I think we can. There's a little brown one and a little red one. I'll put the red one in this one. Maybe put the brown one in the next. Oh no, put the brown one in this one. So we'll put the little red one in the next one, maybe. Little carpet. We'll use the expensive carpet. We'll put it next to the sofa. Some small decoration on the wall, just to give them a little bit of something extra. How about we put a a shield or two up on the walls, because these are quite blank walls, because we couldn't put windows in there because it's too close to the next house, so it's better to put a little bit of decoration on instead of staring into your neighbour's house, which wouldn't be fun. There we go, that's one done. Beautiful! I'm very pleased with that. And we do something similar for the other two as well. And then if we look at it, we get 3 houses built in one episode, which is kind of what I'm hoping for. Now we want the rent board. Don't want a sofa outside, we want the rent board. See, these are still a little bit awkward to place sometimes. Right, got it. Right, let's have a look who we've got to rent to. He wants a 9 house. No, we've not built one of those, but he's also an 18% damage person. We don't really want... Ooh, the lowest is 16% damage. Well, do you know what? We're going to move her in, but we're probably going to evict her and get a tenant that does less damage later. But we'll take her for the moment. Right, let's move on to the next one and see about setting this one up. Yeah, so maybe between episodes I'll go around and see if we can get any lower damage tenants in some of the houses where we might have people with high percentage damages, just to help us out that little bit, because we want to make sure the money's coming in, and once their house gets damaged and dirty they stop paying rent. So we want people to do the least amount of damage possible so we get the most amount of rent in. Right, so that's nicely lit up. So again, we want similar pieces of furniture. We want a bed and a dresser or a closet. Right, so we had the blue bed in the last one. Let's do the red one in this one. Right, I think we'll put the closet here because there isn't a window on this wall. Should we use one of the nice ones? Yeah, we'll use one of the little crowned ones here. And then we'll go for the red sofa to match our red bed. And we'll pop that on this front wall. There we go. So some sort of rug to go there. How about we go for that, the red rug? Oh! That moved our sofa. How did you move my sofa? Alright, let's reposition that, see if it works. No, the rug's causing trouble. The rug must be just that little bit too big, so it a bit... Oh, now it's moved my bed. Right, turn you round. So that leaves us a little bit more space. Right, reposition the bed. That's better. Now reposition the chair. Much better. Oh, no, it's not next to the wall. That carpet caused more trouble than it needed to, didn't it? Okay, that was weird. Right, let's have a little, like, countryside scene on the wall there. Right, so we want the, like, kitchen here by the door. Nice. And then here we can put the table. So, do we use the same table? I think we're probably going to use the same table in all of these small houses because it's a nice table, looks pretty, and it takes up very little space. It's also a crown one, so it's the high quality. And we're going to use one of the other types of chairs that's not like the high quality one again this time. Let's use this one because I think that's quite pretty. Can we fit one on next to the wall there? Maybe not. Maybe we just put them facing each other because it's not like a big house, so you're not likely to have tons of people in here at once. It's probably going to be 1, maybe 2 people most of the time. And then we could put like some ladles or kitchen utensils or something above here for a bit of decoration. There we go. So it's a little bit different, see? I mean, we could put more stuff on the walls, but I think because these are the small houses, we don't want to go too overboard. Right, we want the rent board. See, I keep picking up the sofa, not the rent board. On the button. Right, do we have anyone we can rent this to? Right, 12% damage is our lowest, so we'll rent it to him. And let's move on to the third and final one of these houses. So we'll do the same thing again. We'll start with the lights on the walls with these single candlesticks. we go. Alright, let's light up the candles. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but there's like little snoring noises. It's my cat. He's fallen asleep in his bed and he's so fast asleep. He's got this little grunty, squeaky, snoring noises. That is so cute. Didn't expect cats to snore. My little girl cat doesn't snore, but the little boy cat is snoring. Oh bless, that's so cute. Right, okay, let's get back to this. Right, so we're putting in all the standard stuff again. Let's put in our little sofa. We've got the brown one this time. I really like that brown and red sofa, those little ones. I think they're really pretty. They make great indoor and bench seats for tables, and also they look really good on the gardens and patios and things too. Very, very nice piece. Very versatile. Right, so put a shield or two up as well, because I just think they're kind of something that people might have picked up, especially if they're knights or former soldiers, or they get called up from the reserve or something in times of trouble. They probably would have like a shield and a sword or something around for that kind of purpose, so that to use them as decoration also keeps them out of the way as well. But it keeps them ready for if you need them for any reason. Alright, let's say these nice chairs. Do we put 3 in this? I might be able to fit 3 on this one. I don't know, should I? No, let's just put the 2, I think. Right, let's have a little bit of decoration. Let's put like a plant. It's a herby plant, yeah, or a lavender. It's either lavender or something. I don't know. It's got little purple flowers. It could be lavender. It could be thyme. I don't know. Somebody did comment that they thought it was thyme, didn't they? Yeah. Can't remember who made that comment, but somebody said they thought it was thyme. So yeah. Right, we want the... Where's the rent board gone? Oh no, what buttons am I pressing? I'm pressing every button but the one I want. Yay, found it! There we go. Right, rent board. Now, do we have someone we can rent this to? Yes, but... Oh, 13 or 14% damage. That's a high damage. Right, 13 is the smallest. Right, so all these 3 people along here are quite high percentage damagers. So we probably really are going to want to replace all of those when we can get some tenant that has a lower percentage. Oh look, there's an 8%. I think we should probably... I think the one at the end was the worst one, wasn't it? Oh gosh, that needs cleaning already. Let's pick up the rent. No, I don't think I can straight rent it to him. I think I'm going to have to get it cleaned first before we can swap out the tenant. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get it cleaned before we can swap out the tenant. We might try and do that actually. Lots of the houses look like they need cleaning, so let's do a quick clean. I'll do a circuit of our people. Let's get our cleaner to clean. Yes, it's quite an expensive clean. Get our tax guy to collect our rent. Go to our store guy, get him to pick up all the boxes. That's quite full, yes, let's send the carriage off, yep. Now that we've done that, we might be able to evict the old tenant and get a new one in, because we can lower the damage percentage, so that will work out better for us if we can do that. Yes, we'll get rid of the current tenant. We want... Oh. Wait, did that change the tenants, didn't it? Oh yeah, there she is. Oh. Right. Present tenant's 12%. Present tenant is 13%. Right. So if we now send him, so it gives us some new tenants. Is there a better one there? Oh look, 6%. That's much better. Right, and what have we got now? 10%, 8%. They want a 6 area house. 8% is better than, this is what, 12? So, yeah, 12. So we can go down to 8 if we swap the tenant out. No, it's changed the tenants again. See, every time you look, it changes it. Right, there's a 6 there, so that's even better. So we've swapped out those 3 tenants for ones that have got a better percentage for us. How's that? That's a 6%, so that's a good one. We want to keep them. That's a 10%. We might be able to improve it, but it's not the worst one. I think 10 is the highest you really want to go for people you want to keep. Can we swap out? We've got a 6 there. So we could send him packing for the 6% person. See, it's changed it again. Oh, so we had a 6% and now we've got so we got rid of a 10 and we've got another 10. That's a shame. Yeah, 6, 6, 6. They're all 6s, so we can't swap out anymore. Okay, so we improved 3 of the tenants. Oh, look, it needs cleaning again, and we just improved it to better tenants. Right, hope you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. From SoftKitty99, goodbye and happy gaming!